It's week 6 of the NFL, and we've got CeeDee Lamb. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Cowboys and the Chargers under the lights on Monday night.
Night beginning to fall. Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have...
And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott from the gun. Pass incomplete. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra, next man up, since the Friday night light games in high school. There's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Prescott looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Go.
They'll run for the first time with Isaiah Spiller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone.
And he will get in across the caught for a Chargers touchdown. Isaiah Spiller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will come out to the 25. It's Lewis going to opt to not return it. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a man who's taking the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A first down throw for Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
With they lack in pass defense, they do make up.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. He's by himself, Keenan Allen. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Eluding the pressure right. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Herbert on first down now. Allen's got it complete. Taking it right down Broadway. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen, 75 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. And partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Play action now, Prescott. And this one is incomplete. They only needed a few inches there on second, but forget the halfback dive. They were going for the big one.
I thought it was a good time to take a shot. You figure their running game, if they don't get it there, you come back and run for it and pick up the first down. Go ahead and be aggressive. Try and get one downfield for a big one.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Prescott. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Prescott down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And now we're going to get it. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. And extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Wide receiver Keenan Allen bringing out the rest of this offense. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will...
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for LA. 57 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
Herbert. And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice game. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from LA in a moment. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. Touchdown! Isaiah Spiller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and the lead now up to 14. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Isaiah Spiller. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Now Prescott. He completes it to Henry. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll throw again. Prescott. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver,